What's up, what's up? It's Saucy Rossi, and today I'm out at the campsite making a little grilled cheese sandwich snack for my wife and myself. This was a nice little snack we threw together after popping up the tent and getting the campsite all ready to go. So we start off by getting some sourdough bread. I actually got it fresh from the farmer's market this morning. And we're going to put a little bit of garlic butter on both sides, but just a little. We're going to get some onion, bacon, and slices of cheese ready as well. You don't need to go too heavy on the bacon and onion. You can honestly go at whatever amount you like. That's up to you. So we're going to go ahead and get our little campsite grill fired up. And I'm going to throw down those 2 pieces of bacon and then the 3 circles of onion. Now, what I've also done with the other half of the onion is I've set it aside. I'm actually going to use it to clean my grill once the bacon and onion is done cooking. I'll show you in just a moment. So while this is cooking, I threw a little bit of some homemade seasoning on there. It's my Aunt Joe's secret blend. But yeah, I just got this going. I'm trying to cook up this bacon first. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move those slices of onion over into the bacon grease. That way they cook a little bit better and loosen up a little bit. Then once we have the bacon done, we'll take that off and really take over with those onions on the frying pan. And as you can see here, here's what I was talking about earlier. I use half of that onion to clean off the frying pan. Super helpful. And now it's the really important part. We're going to go ahead and assemble this sandwich. So throw some more butter into the frying pan and then throw down the bottom piece of that sourdough bread to get started. We're going to then take some of our onion and bacon and spread it along the bottom. And then we're going to come back along the top, layering in slices of cheese. Now, this is honestly up to you how much cheese you use. The more the merrier. But in this case, I'm just going to go 1 layer across just to kind of cover things up, just to kind of make this easier to cook down. We are out camping after all. All right, let's slap those lids on these sandwiches and just make sure they're securely attached. You're good to just give them a little push there. By the way, I decided adding some Mr. Noodles into this meal would be just a good call because Mr. Noodles are great. So I threw some water on to boil as well. So back to it. There's my first flip. Things are just starting to get going. You know, the cheese hasn't even really started to melt yet. It's kind of softening up. But we are starting to get a little bit of a crust forming on the bread. And as you can see, as it changes each time, the crust is getting better and better. Here's actually one of my flips. There you go. Check that out. Pretty good, eh? And yeah, so I kept pushing down just to help kind of like get the cheese melted, squishy, and it really turned out to be delicious. I was thrilled with this little sandwich at the campsite. It was such an easy, simple cook. Only took about 10, 15 minutes total to put together too, so pretty impressed. And after those 15 minutes, I thought, okay, maybe I'll just let this sit underneath some tin foil with the heat off. Just kind of let the residual heat keep cooking through on the cheese. So I did that because I still had to wait a few more moments for those Mr. Noodles to finish up. Speaking of which, the water actually did boil off. So poured it in, cooked those noodles through. Then I decided to take some of my garlic butter and the Mr. Noodles packet, mix those together, and give that a good old stir. And it was a pretty good idea. Adding garlic butter to Mr. Noodles is definitely not going to hurt anything. And this was the final result. Just listen. That's just, oh yeah, just nice and crispy and crunchy. Honestly, I could have probably put a little more cheese in there so it was a little more ooey gooey. But since this was just a snack before dinner, yeah, this was the perfect size sandwich to have with some Mr. Noodles. It was really good, just wonderful place to camp. We had a wonderful view of a lake through some trees. The sun was setting. It was just, check that out, right? An absolutely beautiful view for a beautiful meal. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I try and drop new recipe videos all the time, and I go camping all the time as well, and I blog about that. So take care and have a great day. Stay safe.